It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders, and it comes your way next.
Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Landover. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller, already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3. Caught by Theo Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Pass play now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Daniel's going to throw to get us started. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
First down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know why baseball coaches are called managers, Kate? Because they got to manage a lot of situations. And I've realized over time and talking to them, they love taking a situation, a game moment, and making it a team topic. That play, that corner right there, I know this is a head football coach, not a head football manager, but he's going to take that play, he's going to illuminate it to his team and show the fearlessness of his corner making that tackle.
He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete.
Well, he had the space from the defense.
Dan Quinn pretty confident that they missed something there. He's going to challenge that call. Oh, this one is really close, Brock. Did he establish possession and then get both feet down?
Yeah, maintaining possession while being a ballerina, not always easy. A lot to look at here, but I know he thinks he's got a touchdown.
So upon review, Dan Quinn was correct. Good challenge there. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on first down, and when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They go play action on first. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So it's second down coming up.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here's Tracy once more. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They're going play action. Finds a man right side. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 24. He finds Slayton. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Giants will have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw it again. Has his man, it's Tracy. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays on the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Giants reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants tie this game 7-7. Gano ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
He was looking for Terry McLaurin, so it'll be second down. Play fake here, Daniels. Vacates quickly left side. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Michael McFadden able to make the play.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
On 4th down, it's the veteran Tress Way who's out for the punt. Collects this at the 35. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it'll be Giants football. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Like a good target, Brock, Neighbors is there. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing. 2nd and 3 now.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They're throwing it. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Connects with Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Tracy. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. They'll throw it. And he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants take a second quarter lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. Gano ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
On 2nd down, Robinson. This is ahead for about 5. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Daniels. Throw complete to Eckler. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. Finds his target, Robinson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A handoff to Tracy. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They go right back to Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. Looking to return from the 29. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Commanders will go on offense. They send Samuel Wright. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and just 2 to go. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And they make the stop at the 46. Call it 1 yard there. Tough sledding the last couple of runs. It's 4th and 2.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. Pickup of 6, and now they've got 3rd and 7.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll try and throw it here. That's caught for the first. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. It's the Giants, looking at 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. It's Tracy on the carry. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. A gain of 6 on the play. It's 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll look to throw. Pass cut by Tracy. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Play made by Deron Payne.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He lets a heater go. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Commanders make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. First down, ball at the 36. Looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Looking to throw. escapes the pocket. He's calling his own number again. We're through 2 here with the Giants overcoming home field advantage. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Gano ready to send this away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Out comes the offense for Washington to begin the third quarter. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. They'll start the drive with Eckler. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Daniels from the pistol. He'll get this to Samuel. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Back to throw, here's Daniels. That one is incomplete, couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
That's taken in by Samuel. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Completed here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Again, Daniels to the air. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
On second and 10 now, Daniels. Quick slant to Samuel. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
He did such a good job of not just hitting him in a window on that slant, in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. That's complete. Here's Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Eckler is across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And they're going to be looking for a little redemption after their interception last drive led to a tie ball game, 14-all. Throwing it to start this drive. He's got Bellinger. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They'll go left side with Tracy. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Commanders will have a first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Option play, here's a give to Eckler. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Staying with Eckler. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun, it's Daniels. Has it down close. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Eckler. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Commanders capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Game with the point after. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Giants ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Takes off right out of the read option. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They run, here's Tracy. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Second and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Gets this to Slayton. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in 1 game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants tie this game at 21. Gano ready to send this away. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Commanders and running back Austin Eckler headed back to the field. And this is an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's got Brown on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. On 1st down, here's Daniels. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Daniels on 1st down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
On 1st down, here's Eckler. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They've got 1st down from the 31. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Oh no, they get him yet again! Jonathan Jones makes the play.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
The Commanders returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they have leaned on him to get this offense to the end zone in the game, and he's delivered. He's hit pay dirt 3 times. Part of a really nice game for him so far, Brock. Been returning good value on the looks that he's been getting. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Into the hands of Samuel. Complete. And they bring him down around the 34. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. Cut out left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. A give to Robinson. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, Daniels. This throw is caught. The Commanders go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Giants offense all set to get started. And turnovers, well, we all know, never okay for the players, certainly not okay in a coach's eye. And with as many as they've had here, Brock, gonna be tough to play these highlights back after this game.
Yeah, tough but essential, Kate, because watching these plays, this is the difference between good and great. I got to be around Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning didn't watch his highlights. He watched his sacks, he watched his interceptions. He wanted to critique himself through.
Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me. with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
They send him left out of the slot. Throwing on 3rd and long. Gets this to Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Connects with Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Desperation time here on 4th. The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They go play action on 1st. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants now within 1 score in the 4th. Well, Brock, it wasn't hard to see why they botched on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. Really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play-action game rewards follow on the back end.
So now a big moment for the Giants as they line up for 2. He's throwing for it! And he can't bring it in! They don't get the 2 points!
That is tremendous defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, boy, that is a huge win for the defense.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commanders are ready to go on offense, and we'll get a look at Deebo Samuel. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders leading by 8. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Crosses midfield, still going. And he gets this down to the 38. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. New set of downs for him at the 38. Eckler running dead ahead. And they'll stop him after a minimal gain, down to about the 36. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Running right, it's Eckler. And he's going to fight his way down to the 35-yard line. Give him 2 yards on the play. It's going to be 4th down and 8. Matt Gay now in a high-pressure spot. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Gray now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now they face second down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Second and 10 now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he crosses midfield before going out. Give him 24 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Dropping back to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
They are throwing it again. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here he is to throw. This finds Singletary. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So score this as a win for the Commanders. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.